Today on EA Sports. It's week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Oh, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And out will come the leader of this offense. And that, of course, is their signal caller.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, and that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way, too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as with many other, but I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration.
By number 20.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 80 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
To number 88, a gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Stanton, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A gain of 18.
It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And the Rams' 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 19 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard.
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. There for Seattle. 44 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Fernandez. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? Big pass play. Get the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 14. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
The pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Alexander, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
The score is Seahawks 14, Rams 7.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On second down, Stanton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Rams 10.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now here's a throw that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10.
First and goal at the 7.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it. Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big play there on the catch and run.
To say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
On the Seahawks.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Brings up second and goal.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's third down and goal.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
In the end zone. Brings up second and 10 at the 20.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Taken in at the 3. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. 28-18, the final. A 10-point victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Stanton. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, Stanton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stanton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run on 1st down. Stanton. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back
into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Fernandez. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Intercepted by the Rams.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down at a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To number 89.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, Stanton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Complete to number 17.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the number 1 seed, but there is the matter of that perfect record, 14-0 right now. How might that change how they approach these next 2 games?
And I think what it does is it forces you to come.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
First and 10 at the 18.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to go ahead and put it on him, and score a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Well, this is exactly what I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Successful.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 15.
15 yards on the play. 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
3-yard line.
Back to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown. It's almost like, yeah, you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. They're not totally home yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Fernandez. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw, Fernandez. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Brought in by Huff. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. That's complete right around the 8. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And 3 yards to go.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sidewalk.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
So that one will be accepted. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Going to be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Leads to second and goal.
Looking to throw on second down. Fernandez. This will be caught at about the 5. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. Buying time. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. with you in this one. I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.